Yes, 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 yes. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I'm going to try not and yell into this microphone right now because I'm way too amped up. That's... Oh, oh man. Things haven't felt this good in so long. Jets shocked the Browns. We're back, baby. Joe Flacco, Garrett Wilson. Holy hell. Oh, my Lanta. I am sorry if I'm screaming. Let's get receipts, baby. Robert Saleh had these guys believing in themselves, and this game was awesome. I felt so bad. Shay was sitting next to me, and I just started going absolutely bananas. Oh man. Wow, what a game for Garrett Wilson. This dude scores a touchdown earlier in the game and then has an incredibly awful drop on third down that I thought ended the game. I'm sitting there and just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Then they run down the field, they score a touchdown. We're like, oh, there it is. That's the game. There it is. It's all over. Then Corey Davis catches a bomb. Joe Flacco. That felt very reminiscent to like the, oh God. Didn't they have a monster bomb when Flacco won his Super Bowl, like in the AFC Championship game? I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did. Oh, man. So that's what that felt like. And then the onside kick. Braden friggin' man. Come on. Zerline kicking a 57-yarder. Oh, every point counts. And for once, it's not the Jets missing a kick and costing them the games. Suck it, Brownies. Suck it. Oh. Oh, man. Garrett Wilson. 8 receptions, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. Corey Davis, 2 receptions, 83 yards and a touchdown. Joe Flacco winds up going 26 of 44, 307, and 4 TDs. Let's go. Backup quarterback. Suck it. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, pretty friggin' scared of the whole Chubb and Hunt tandem. That was absolutely brutal to have to watch for the entire duration of this game. These guys like chipped away at us the entire damn time. And to see the Jets continue to fight back and persevere, this is absolutely the juice you needed going into the Bengal game. I want to come out and just punch some Tigers in the damn mouth. Let's go, boys and girls. Let's go. Let's friggin' go. Ghost Rider drops in, says, Ryan, get those receipts, brah. And it makes me a little frustrated because like the Jets could have won last week. You see what Baltimore and the Dolphins did today? That game was nuts. I think Miami wound up winning on that last second touchdown, but holy hell. Yo, this Jets defense is way better than last year. Like they still need to work on the screen game and like the backs out of the backfield, but let's go, boys. Have we had a more exciting game than this one in like the last, I guess the Bengal game and the Titan game were both really exciting, but this one takes the cake. 31-30. I did not want to lose to the Browns. I'm like so burnt up over the Browns and what they did with Deshaun Watson and everything and that contract. Feels good. Harrison says, no brainer, Garrett Wilson is a starter. Yeah, I got a poll question in the description. I don't know if it pops up while I'm live or not, so maybe answer it after. But is Garrett Wilson wide receiver 1 based on today's game? Between him and Elijah Moore, those 2 receivers are going to be so much fun to watch for the next 4, 5, 10, 15, a zillion years. We're going to clone them. We're going to bring them back over and over again. Garrett Wilson is the first Jets receiver to catch, or first rookie wide receiver to catch a touchdown in the first 2 games since Stephen Hill, 2012. And before that, it was like Keyshawn Johnson. Like I think it was Keyshawn, or it might have been the year after Keyshawn. Whatever it was. Regardless, the Jets have themselves some weapons. There's still stuff to work on too. Lots of things the Jets can get better at. But yo, do you believe in miracles? Look at Kenneth Duffy, pointed out, Jets shocked the Browns. Gonna move this up here. Switched up there so we can pull some more of your comments up. This is awesome. Victory Monday tomorrow, boys and girls. We're going to have the call-in show. We're going to be rattling off how we're feeling about this. Jets fans, you should be hyped. You should be hyped. This is a win we needed. V-Man drops in, says, this game shows you the Jets have changed. In the past, they would have let their mistakes consume them, but this team overcomes them. Even last week, we had the opportunity to be in that game. It was a late blown coverage. Totally different now. Totally different. Jets are taking care of business. Oh, you guys want me to take calls now? I guess I could. Ooh, do I want to do it though? I'm like too amped up. I don't think I want to take calls right now. Or maybe I do. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Ron Hurt, when Zach is back, we're going to go crazy. Charles Gorman says Garrett Wilson is MVP of the game. Duncan McLean, 99.9% chance probability for the Browns to win that game. And they blew it. They blew it. And the Jets took advantage of it. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, man. NY Jets Tales says they played hard up to the last snap of the game. Ashton Davis coming away with the game-sealing interception of Jacoby Brissett. Harrison goes, Hall, Wilson, Flacco win offensive MVPs. Those guys played out of their mind. Breece Hall winds up having a touchdown. He has a good game. Overall, let's see, what do the running backs end up doing? Breece Hall, 50 yards. That's 7.1 yards per carry. Michael Carter had 23 yards. Braxton Berrios had 22 yards on the ground. Michael Carter had another 27 yards through the air. LaMarcus Joyner actually had 6 tackles and 2 assists, so that's actually a little bit better than I thought. Sauce Gardner with 5 tackles and an assist. I don't know if he gets dinged for the touchdown to Amari Cooper. Is that... Someone let me know in the chat. I missed that on the live telecast. Was that on him or was that on like Joyner? I'm not exactly sure. He didn't run with Cooper, so I don't know if I necessarily count that against Sauce, but I think officially it might. Oh man. The Salty Teacher says, did this young team just grow up in front of our eyes? This is a motivational game. The Jets are going to come out next week and absolutely play with their hair on fire. I think this is the start of a really exciting stretch of football for the New York Jets because we can hang with any team. And that's not to say the Browns are like some world beaters with Jacoby Brissett. I don't want to say that. I don't want to make that, claim or anything like that. But they kept on fighting. Conklin, someone I was very high on, definitely slightly concerned about. Got a little case of the oopsies. I dropped the ball. Got to work on that, Conklin. Come on. Looking forward to seeing you get some good yardage here. Super Game and Chill Bros. Bro, the game next week is going to be lit. Be there. I know I'll be. That game's going to be awesome. It's going to be really cool to watch. Garrett Mother Lovin' Wilson. Alex Kurchenko drops in with a 99-cent super chat. Thank you, dude. Jerome, try to be enthusiastic. I am. I'm very enthusiastic. Wow. Smedley says, we're finally out of NFL purgatory. Free at last. Got to keep winning games. Keep stacking games, baby. John says, O-line played way better. They did, and they were still getting beat up a little bit. Like the first half of this game felt like the issue was the O-line and not being able to cover like the screen game and the backs out of the backfield. And I still consider that to be a weak point. But man, AVT is violent. There was one play, actually the play that Mitchell wound up giving up the fumble from, he had the sack with Jadeveon Clowney where Flacco fumbled the ball. AVT manhandled Myles Garrett on that play. Very much liked it. Ugh. This O-line is going to continue to get better as they continue to play together. Knifey Spoony says, I almost tackled my poor dad through the couch. Let's fucking go. Dude, I scared my baby awake. I was so, I'm jumping up and down. Becca's like, what the hell are you doing? Harrison goes, the fake punt, the onside kick, man, played with a purpose. That's all we need to do. We needed to bring in Ty Long, the practice squad punter we brought in this past week, so Braden Mann could just absolutely go off. There was actually a point, the first quarter, I'm pretty sure the first quarter ended, or at least at the point where Mann threw the completion to Jeff Smith, where Braden Mann had more passing yards than Joe Flacco at that point. It was like 17 yards to 16 yards. It was like a really, really silly stat. Ryan, I told you. Let's get back on track, and we did. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Johnny Reb says, who do you cover? Too many weapons. Long live JD. Joe Douglas. In Joe we trust. Fourth and Forever says, I want an apology from Brady Quinn now. Brady Quinn, suck it. Oh, man. Let's friggin' go. Sorless says, Browns are 0-1 since that monstrosity of Watson Shrine was revealed this morning by fans. Glad to see we're the ones to shove the L down their throat. Oh, I didn't see that, but man, that makes me happy. Screw the Browns. Screw them. Dax says, man saved his job for the year. Joyner sucks. Yeah, Joyner, nah. We still need safety help. It's all right. Big Green says he won 2K today. Damn. I want to know what your bet was. V-Man says, considering the Jets will honor Ukraine in week 3, maybe the spirit of those brave Cossacks who drove the Russians out of Izum will aid us in victory. I just want to see our guys come out and just punch some Bengals in the mouth. I want Joe Burrow to feel super uncomfortable. Carl Lawson gets a sack on third down. Absolutely, forced to be reckoned with. This dude's back as well. I've been waiting for too long to get jazzed up about a win, and this one feels good. I feel like I lost years off my life watching this last little stretch here. Greg says, I thoroughly enjoyed Garrett Wilson's coming out party. Loved it. Kaiser says, the one time Ashton Davis actually does something, he comes up big with the interception, sealing the game for the New York Jets. Absolutely loved seeing that. Brian, I still don't know how to act. Dude, I'm at a loss for words. Absolutely at a loss for words. This was really cool. Is this how teams feel normally, like normal NFL teams? This could be us. DJ Reed, open field tackle, chef's kiss. That's right. Was it Hunt or was it Chubb? One of the guys were running out wide left, and Reed just captures that shoe. And I think they wound up kicking a field goal on that play, on that drive. Full team victory across the board. You're talking about the backs, the receivers, the quarterback. The O-line had some key blocks. The friggin' defense played out of their mind. I'm really, really liking our cornerbacks in Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, Whitehead. Quan Alexander lays the boom. Let's go. Lawson and Quinnen. Love it. Love it. Jet says, let's not forget about how bad that punt call was with 2 minutes left, but let's effing go. I love this team. I don't know. I feel like it's a weird punt, but you were deep in your own territory, right? So how do you justify giving them the ball? What was it, within their 10? Ugh. Oh, God. What are you guys talking about here? You guys I love it. Jets took the Browns to the Super Bowl and got a royal flush. The Mott Zone said, okay, I don't want to be that guy. However, let's celebrate while also being critical that it took that insanity to win. Yes, okay, totally reasonable. But the Jets should have been in this game the entirety of the game. There were self-inflicted wounds. There was the fumble of Joe Flacco. There was bad drop by Garrett Wilson that could have extended a drive. There was that third down reception from Conklin where he dragged his foot or had his foot right on the line, and that should have been in. I don't understand how that was not overturned. Like, or are they saying like, oh, he didn't come down with the ball later on, but he ran like 3 steps out of bounds before he wound up like dropping the ball on the sideline. I still don't understand that one. The Jets are able to beat most teams with this defense, with these weapons. You get Zach Wilson back, this offensive line starts gelling a little bit more together. We stop making some of these boneheaded plays. How many plays did Connor McGovern? He had 2 like ineligible offensive linemen downfield or something like that. And like, he had another one too. There was like a few head scratchers on the offensive line that was just, I was pulling my hair out. It was like 5-yard penalty, 10-yard penalty. Like, what are you doing? Joe Flacco and Garrett Wilson and Corey Davis and Elijah Moore, these guys balling out today. Absolutely. Anthony goes 14 unanswered points in under 2 minutes. The look on the Browns' face when Corey Davis caught that bomb of a touchdown with like 2 minutes left or 1:40 left or whatever it was, like they're just like, oh, really? Like, that's frustrating. But at least there's like a 1% chance they get the onside kick, and they friggin' get it. They friggin' get it. And you just watch all the fans put their hands on it. They're like, this can't happen. There's no way. The Jets aren't gonna go 1:40 all the way down the field to score a touchdown. Eat rocks. Eat rocks. Jets come down. Garrett Wilson scores his 2nd touchdown of the day for the game winner. Zuerlein kicks the game-winning point after. Big Dog says Carl Lawson, 1st sack. Ryan Curry says D was money at the end. Did you guys see man back to the pass? The pass and the kick. Braden Mann. I could kiss you. J.E. Ashton Davis with the pick. Jonathan Keneally says, just shows you not over till the final whistle. Browns gave up. They started running the ball, and we kept pushing them further back and further back and further back. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Brian Dolan, the punt was a bad call. The wind doesn't fix it. The percentage chance, I want to know what like the percentage chance was just before the punt and just after the punt, because I feel like that is like the deciding factor there. I'm not going to change anything, Brian. The Jets won. It's okay. I'm all right with that all day long. Alex comes in. Alex says, this was the happiest I was for a Jets game since the Jets beat Manning in the 2010 playoffs. Absolutely insane. I cannot imagine if the Jets won a Super Bowl. This is the happiest I've been probably since the Jets beat the Patriots in 2015 to go, and that was like week 16, 15. It was like just before the Buffalo game. That was absolutely, I was over the moon in overtime. I would say that's the happiest I've been. But Alex, this was a good game. This, at least it was like watchable the entire game. Like there was a few head scratchers. I was like, you know what? If the Jets wind up losing, it's because there's guys that like, maybe Flacco didn't have a great game, and then maybe Joyner screws something up, but they're not going to be here in the future. Like as long as the young guys play good and Garrett Wilson was having a good game, Michael Carter and Breece Hall, whatever. That was what halftime was for me. And then we come out and I was like, really? Like we're going to lose. 3 minutes left in the game and it's over. And I was wrong. Let's go. Harrison says, to be honest, if Jacoby Brissett beat us, I would have cried in public. Look, don't say that, because the Jets are playing with a backup quarterback as well, and a backup quarterback that hasn't won a game in like a long time. Jacoby Brissett won like his last 3 games that he's appeared in, and that Browns team, that defense is no joke, that offensive line is no joke, that running game is no joke, their tight ends are no joke. Like legitimately, the Jets went up against a good team with a decent quarterback. And I'm not going to say, like, Jacoby Brissett and Joe Flacco, like, if you had to pick between the two prior to this game, like, who you would like to have as a backup, I would bet a lot of people would probably pick Jacoby Brissett because of the mobility. And, like, he does normally play all right. Joe Flacco had a great game, though. Absolutely great game. I am very, very happy. And Finn says, seeing Ryan this happy makes me happy. Well, good. I'm happy to see all you guys happy. Smash the like button if you're enjoying this. We don't get many of these, so you got to enjoy it when you get it. Mac and Cheese says, never underestimate the heart of a champion. Let's go, Jets. I love it. Michael says, the punt was brilliant. You got to punt with the timeouts. Tater Slam says those refs were definitely against the Jets. Also, the 57-yard field goal was so good too. That field goal could have been good from like 61 yards. That was a boot. It was an ugly looking like kick, like the way it kind of went not even end over end. It was like sideways sort of. Had plenty of leg. Zerline, that's a kick that Pinheiro does not make. Pinheiro's leg is very suspect. So like that kick, that's all on Zerline, and that's why they wound up signing him. Ugh. Dark Soldier says half the penalties were complete bullshit and the other half were completely stupid. Nope, which one did I put up? Bam. Dark Soldier says half the penalties were complete bullshit and the other half were completely stupid of the player. Yes, completely agree. Greg says he might not be the best clock manager or strategist, but the win has Salah written all over it with the don't quit attitude. I loved seeing Salah fired up. There was like a holding call on a nice long scamper by Michael Carter where Fant got called for a hold. And it was, I mean, he definitely held. There was that little bit of like you couldn't see it from the replay, but you can kind of see like a little bit of the turn for what the ref probably saw. I think the announcer said that like, oh, it wasn't a hold or they didn't see a hold. Either way, that one sucked. That sucked. But yeah, dude, they played friggin' well. Again, just to recap, Joe Flacco, 26 of 44, 307 yards, and 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns, baby. Edmund says, not a Jets fan, but I knew when Wilson dropped the third down pass, he'd have another shot later. Flacco was dealing all game long. Shout out to him. Flacco had a great game. Garrett Wilson had a great game. Not to mention, he had a great game in Ohio. He went to school at Ohio State, so him just showing the fans, come on, baby. Look at this. Look at this kid. You were cheering for him just last year, and now all of a sudden he's on the Jets, and he's shoving it right down your damn throat. I can't wait to talk shit. I love this. Screw the Browns. Screw them. James says Garrett Wilson going to be a stud. Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore. Those are two young guys. They're like 22 years old. Michael Carter, Breece Hall. This is a young team. You want to see a young, hungry team? Get Zach Wilson back. Then you get to see some explosiveness. This is going to be fun. Gonna be fun. Mr. Rex says, Ryan, you got Sauce's stats for today. I do have some of his defensive stats. I don't know what like his percentages were, but he had 5 tackles, 1 assist, and he had a nice little break up there in the end zone that they initially called a touchdown, which doesn't make any sense to me when I see them call a touchdown and they're like, look, I don't think it was a touchdown, but it looked like they were going to call that incomplete, and they're like, oh, let's just call a touchdown so they can review it. That was so damn close. If that wound up being a touchdown, but the catch on third down for Conklin was not, I would have lost my ever-loving shit. I would have been so pissed. I would have been so mad. Nose kills. Says, if you called Salah on excuses last week, I'm going to call punt was a mistake an excuse too. Just win works both ways. The Jets won today because they played better. They played better, flat out. Jets had a good game today. There were some self-inflicted wounds that the Jets can clean up, but the Jets played well. There's things to clean up. Running backs out of the backfield, still not great. Got to be able to stop the run. Got to be able to stop the screen pass. Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, lethal. Absolutely lethal. But this sets up well for the Jets to go home to MetLife and go after the Bengals. Patrick Ryan, why does everyone say the refs are against the team? Listen, we're full of young talent. I thought the refs did good. The only difference is this year we didn't give up. We continued to fight, and it paid off this time. Yeah, there was a few things that just seemed like a little squirrely. I'm not upset with anything the refs did today, but like the challenge thing that felt a little odd, and then the challenge for like the Browns in the end zone that had me a little irked. Like I wish they could have just called that incomplete. Call incomplete. It was incomplete. The ref was standing right there. He saw the ball move. Sauce Gardner still. I believe still has not given up a touchdown. It depends if they count that Cooper touchdown against him or Joyner or Whitehead. I think it was Joyner that was over there. I don't know. Either way, I'm happy. Ronald Perry taking receipts. John Harrington, Jets W. Jets offense stepped up today, and more importantly, the young guys on the offense stepped up. Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall were balling out. Elijah Moore is so good too. Like, as much as like everyone, like this was Garrett Wilson's game, 100% Garrett Wilson's game. Breece Hall had a good game. Elijah Moore had made some big time catches today. Big time catches. Dark Soldier, I have Chubb in fantasy and the Jets won. Win-win with that. Absolutely. Nothing like having the other team's player that goes off on you and then still getting the Jets victory. Makes you feel kind of good. Bengals are being walloped. Who are they playing right now? Let me know. I don't even know. I'm not even looking at the game right now. I'm too jazzed up. Daniel says, when the Jets don't beat themselves and take care of the ball, they can win. They can win. Let's go. Is Brady Quinn still part of the football show this season? He was so happy. So happy he was wrong. Yeah, dude, me too. Green Bean's in here. What's up, dude? You and Jerry must have been going nuts over there. I'm going to lose my damn voice. Fat Gandalf says, need an elf at MetLife. Just slap one in the middle of the field. Oh, look, it's a brownie. Look at that. Jets dropping bombs. Absolutely dropping bombs on the Browns. Kick rocks, Cleveland. Green Bean, am I happy? Damn right. Damn right. So good. Cowboys beating the Bengals. That's kind of nice. I took the Bengals defense thinking that like no Dak Prescott would be a thing. That was a mistake, I suppose. Sky C, told you last week, number 17, Garrett Wilson will be my first jersey. Go Jets. I would say that is a good choice. Zachary Burner. Hold on, let me get the good one on here. Dropping bombs, taking moms. Thomas Negron, Browns fans were stunned. That was my favorite. Like, aside from just winning the game and being super jazzed up anyway, watching the look of disappointment on the Browns fans' faces and watching them cry. They got to drive home now, and they got to listen to the post game, and they got to say, I can't believe that just happened. What just happened to us? The Jets came in here and punched us in the mouth. We had that game won, but you didn't. The whistle didn't blow, and you damn lost the game. Let's go. Let's go. Jets are usually on the other end of this side of things. I love it. I love it.
I just hope we can win a game.
I just want to win a game. Love it. Absolutely love it. William says, got worried about mid-game injuries. Yes, me too. Garrett Wilson wound up going down. Sauce Gardner wound up going down. Jermaine Johnson had some cramps. There were a few other guys too. Quentin Williams had a knee and an ankle. That bothered me. Hopefully we can rest up and feel good for next week because, man, we need these young guys. Need them on the field. Sean said, suck it, Ohio. Browns fans were laughing at us during the game. This feels so good. Yes. Yes. I can't wait to watch football the rest of the day. So that way I can see the highlights through every halftime game and just keep. I'm just going to keep rewatching it. I did post my every throw from Joe Flacco and every pass for this game. I have an every run as well. So I will release that after this stream. But man, this was good. This was good. Cleveland is a garbage city with garbage fans. Yup. Sorry. I'm all off on the Browns. Screw them. Browns fans were chanting, Jets fucking suck, and they lost. LMAO. I hope Barstool has that. I hope Twitter has that. I hope Twitter has the video of that because that is going to be the intro to the 5 takeaway video that I'll have to make a little later. This is like me just going off on a tangent and just having fun right now because I don't even know. I have all these notes that I have to go over. But dude, overall, very, very, very happy with this. Josh Sorensen, I'm worried about how bad Gardner was today. I don't think Gardner was bad. I wouldn't call him bad. Not at all. I wish he would follow the number 1 wide receiver and just stay, man, I don't like the whole zone thing. Like, it seemed like he dropped into zone on the touchdown to Cooper, and it felt like he had safety help and he was like irritated that he didn't have it. So like if that's the way he gives up his first touchdown, if that's what it winds up being, I'm okay with that. Like it sucks, but it's not like he got beat by his man. It's he did a different assignment than he should have, possibly, or someone screwed it up. R&R, Ashton Davis had his best game ever. That interception, yes, absolutely. Best play that he's made so far. Ashton Davis for Joyner, absolutely. I've been saying that since last week. Ever since Joyner just kind of blew it all of last week. He had the bad pass interference deep. And then he had the blown covers that had the Bateman touchdown. Get Joyner off the field. I'm all about bringing Joyner back from last year. Veteran presence. Thought maybe he could play safety. He can't. He's done. He's washed up. I don't want to see Joyner out there again. Ashton Davis is such a freak athletically. I'd rather get burned with Davis than burnt with Joyner. Joyner's not going to be here long term. BBB, Green Bean says brownies blow balls. I think they need some Manscaped for their brownies. I love it. Love it. Patrick says, I love how they got the kids out to celebrate with the Browns after they win. Witt says, Conklin actually pretty disappointing again. Yes, I thought he was very underwhelming. I did think he had the catch on the first series with the third down, but other than that, he's got 2 fumbles in 2 weeks. Very lackluster from what I've seen from Conklin so far right now. Little disappointed. I agree with you. He says Gardner wasn't bad. Safeties continue to suck in coverage. Yep, absolutely there. Sergeant Vuvo. Douglas looked good. Defense looked good. Wilson looked good. Hall looked good. My chest hurts after that game. Like my heart was pounding, and like I started beating my chest as soon as we scored that touchdown. The Corey Davis one, I was like, oh man, no way. Absolutely great. Cool. We kept it close. Garbage time touchdown sort of sucks. Like it's going to look closer than it was. And then you get the onside kick. Once the Jets got the onside kick, I think there was that little bit of hope that was bubbling up that was like, I think we got this. I'm not like as concerned as I was in the past. And watching Garrett Wilson get fed the ball, let Wilson cook, man, this guy's going to be lethal. Stefan says, do you bench Flacco if he keeps this up? If he continues to play well like this, I would say you continue to play him until he has a bad game. When he has the bad game, then you got to put Zach in. You got to know what you have in Zach, but it's more important to get some wins and get this team like really fired up. I think that's important too. Now, I do think you're going back to You're going back to Wilson. I hope week 4. I hope he's healthy enough to do it. But if you have this kind of energy, and let's say you beat the Bengals next week, no shot you start him against the Steelers. You got to play Flacco. And then you keep going and just kind of see week by week. Because there's going to be a point where the Jets will wind up dropping one in kind of like an ugly fashion at some point. And that'll be your point to drop Zach Wilson back in. Semperder, thank you for the super chat, says Garrett Wilson did the OH with his arms to fans on his touchdown. JETS. It's got to feel good for him. Like coming from Ohio, playing at Ohio State, and having that type of game in that stadium in the fashion that it happened. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Clay Wavy says, I think the Jets have a really good run D. Browns just may have the best rushing attack in the NFL. Yeah, I agree. I was actually pleasantly surprised with the Jets defense. Like I was talking about this on Green Bean's halftime stream with O'Leary and him and Jeremy. And I really think the Jets defense is so vastly improved. Like there's still some of the same issues like slower linebacker play. Quan Alexander has been a much needed shot in the arm. Quincy Williams needs to stop with the boneheaded penalties. The pass interference or whatever he had, the holding towards the end zone, that was a little irritating. But by and large, this defense, the edge rushers, the corners have been so improved. This isn't a game the Jets win last year. This is a new team. Robert Killian says that last touchdown was nice. Flacco split the safeties and Wilson made a great catch. Homecoming games hit different for the Jets. I love going into Cleveland. This was their home opener, and just let's make them cry a little bit. I hope they've missed the playoffs, and I hope this is the reason why. You lost to the Jets in 14 points in like 2 minutes. 14 points in 2 minutes. You scrubs of an organization. You suck. You're horrible. Yes. Scott V says, my voice is gone. My niece is scared. Jets win. We needed this. Sargent says, Reed is going off this year. Reed is having a great year. He had the interception last week. He's playing lights off. I absolutely love it. Witz says, we broke the September drought too. Yes, this is the first win the Jets have had in September since like 2018 when we beat the Lions in Detroit. Big time. Big time. Rocket One, make them suffer. I can't wait. The only disappointing thing for me is that the Browns, I'm pretty sure do they have a Thursday night game this week? Is that what that one is? And they get the quick turnaround. Like, I'd rather them have to sit the extra 3 days, have to play on Sunday or Monday night, and like have to watch the highlights and really live in this. My one issue is that they get to like forget it quick, or they have to forget it quick. I want them to remember this. I want them to feel this. I want them to go home and just cry themselves to sleep at night. J-Boy says, man, we win in September. It's been a long time coming. Want to get a few more of these. This whole winning thing feels good. Let's do it again next week. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Dennis says, I don't think it's so much that Cleveland sucks. I think it shows that we have a much improved team and we finally have something to cheer about because we have a young team. It's only going to get better. Yeah, I don't want to say Cleveland sucks. I do. I want to say Cleveland sucks. I want to say they are a good team. I think once they get Watson back, that is going to be a really, really hard team to beat. But they suck today. They suck today. They gave up 14 points in 2 minutes. Kick rocks, pound sand, take a long walk off a short pier. Done with you. Since he plays like they are right now, we might get a second win in a row. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Clay Wavy, we're keeping receipts. Boys and girls, this has been a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Jets wind up winning 31-30 thanks to a massive game from Joe Flacco. 307 yards, 4 touchdowns. Garrett Wilson coming out party. Absolutely dominant. 8 receptions, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. Corey Davis with a bomb of a touchdown late in the game. This has been a lot of fun. Boys and girls, I'm going to have my top 5 takeaway video coming up. I'll do a little bit of editing on that so you can see some of the plays. We'll see some of the highlights, talk about some of the stuff that went on. But man, I can't wait for the Monday show. Cannot wait for the Monday show. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I'm taking your phone calls. I want to hear just how excited you are. What are the Jets going to do to the Bengals? This is Jets Talk, signing off. Jets.